Be showing you how to move your apps over onto your external memory card. Now, what a lot of people like to think is when they buy an external memory card for use in their smartphone, that their apps will automatically install. That's not the case. What happens is when you install apps, even with an external memory card in there, they'll automatically install onto your phone's internal memory. Now, they do help in the fact that any SD card data that can be moved over, such as game saves and stuff like that, if there is an SD card in there, the app, if it's written that way, will automatically move some of that data over onto the SD card, but you can squeeze a little bit more data onto your external memory card. The one nice thing they do though is if you like taking a lot of photos and videos, you can insert your memory card and your phone will move your photos and videos over onto your external memory card, helping free up space for more game downloads. So today what we're going to show you is how to move your apps over onto your external memory card. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to pull your notification bar down. You're going to want to click on the settings gear at the top right. Once you're in there, what you're going to want to find is you're going to want to find a tab called Applications. It might be different on your phone depending on the model, but if you've got a Samsung Galaxy S5, S4, or S3, it should be Applications for you. What you're really going to want to find, though, regardless of your phone, is Application Manager. Once you're in there, you'll see all the downloaded apps that you have. So for me, it's quite a few. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on SD card over here. Now the ones with the check marks you can see are ones that I've moved the app over onto the SD card. As you can see, I've actually saved myself quite a bit of data. I've actually saved myself close to about 300 megabytes of internal memory by moving these apps over. Now what we're going to do is we're going to find an app that I haven't moved over yet. We'll click on Monument Valley. So as you can see, the total storage space that it's taken up is 266 megabytes. But what you're going to want to focus on is application. So for the application itself, 266 megabytes is actually what's being stored on the phone's internal memory. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to hit Move to SD card. Now what that's going to do is that's going to sit there and that's going to move that application. The one thing you do need to know is no matter what apps you have installed, you can never move the entire app over onto your memory card. Depending on the developer and how they've written the app, you might be able to move a little chunk of data or you might be able to move a huge chunk of data. But no matter what happens, you always need to have at least some of the application installed onto your phone's internal memory for running it. Now, as you can see here, we got done. So the amount that I was able to move onto the SD card for the application was 27.62 megabytes. Not a whole lot, but it does add up when you sit there and you do a few apps. So we're going to try one more. We're going to do Smash Hit. We're going to click Move to SD card, and we're going to see how much of this app we're going to be able to move over. And surprisingly, this one we were able to move quite a bit of data over. We were almost able to move just about the entire app over. So as you can see, we were able to move 54.12 megabytes. So that's quite a bit. When you consider that 60 of it is what's in total, we were able to move 54 of it off of your phone's internal memory. So we're going to go back one more here. So Doesn't seem too complex, but when you sit there and think about it, for as easy and as simple a process as it was for me to move a few of my apps over, I've already saved myself quite a bit of internal memory. And that means I'll be able to install just that many more apps and be able to do just that many more downloads onto the phone's internal memory. So we're going to go back, and if I wanted to check how much I've saved myself, I can go to my storage, and I can look. And when I started out, I only had about 3.54 gigabytes of data. Now, I'm not talking the 2 apps that I just moved. I'm talking before I had moved any of my apps over. And now I've saved myself, now I'm up to 3.84 gigabytes. So, like I said, I've saved myself a little over 300 megabytes of data. It doesn't seem like much, but when you sit there and think that some of those apps are only 50, 60 megabytes apiece, it definitely adds up. And it definitely helps you get a few more installs in there. So there's not much more to say on this topic. I just hope this helps you squeezing in a few more game downloads and squeezing in a few more utility app downloads. Whatever helps.